guys, it's the Rambling Dasher, and it is Taco Tuesday. So this is the shirt we have in our Rambling Dasher store. If you want to check out the link down below. But anyway, hey, we're here for another dash. This is Tuesday, and we totally skipped out on Friday and Monday this week, or this past weekend. I forget what was going on Friday. I just was like, hey, I'm gonna hang around the house. And then on Monday it was just nasty weather all day long, and it was yeah, I just didn't want to get out there with slippery roads and take any chances on that kind of stuff, so I just decided to hang out at the house again. So it was a nice respite from dashing. And look, I have no internet, so I wonder if I missed any things while I was out. But anyway, so I wanted to jump on here and let you know I just got this message when so I don't get it when I log into the app. I get it when I hit dash, right? And I got two messages. One that says, hey, you got 80% of the pictures of the contactless deliveries you took. What, I don't know. I don't read those ones. I think they're stupid. But anyway, then I got this one that says, you got a new platinum pass. Congrats. You earned a platinum pass for maintaining platinum status for at least 28 days. Tap, I can't read. Tap to get your pass and unlock platinum level rewards for your week. Boom. So I'm already dashing, but I'll jump over to the home screen and see if I can see that thing. I don't even know where I think they put it in the ratings. So dash, yes, I have 3 of 3 platinum passes available. So that's the most they let you get. So basically it's like if you drop down below platinum, and I don't know if you can, if you are good at what you do and you get things on time, even if you stopped for a month, is what I did in May, and came back, but I was on the old system, and the old system says you gotta have 100 dashes in the last 30 days. Well, I had 0, so I was gold, just automatically gold, right? Because I had all my other numbers were good, but my last 30 days were not. Well, in this format, if you leave for a month and you come back, you still have nothing is set that you go down, right? It's all about your last 100 deliveries, your last 100 ratings, your last 100 offers, right? So if you don't deliver anything and you don't decline or accept any offers, then you can't go down because you took a month off. So now it's just like, I don't know why, potentially, if you're doing what you're doing and you are, staying platinum, I don't know. I mean, maybe something could happen. Maybe they mess with the algorithm again and jack everything up like they did when they converted over to this process, to the new rating system for drivers, and the on-time delivery was messed up for like 2 weeks, or 2 or 3 weeks anyway. Well, anyway, so that's the only reason I can think of that I would ever have to use it if I keep my platinum status. So my overall rating right now is at 94. My acceptance is at 67, which is 24 out of 30. So everything is on this point system. And so different things are worth different values. And I've seen people online and their ratings have different point values. So my acceptance rating is 24 out of 30. My completion is 15 out of 15. My on time is 30 out of 30. My quality is 15 out of 15. And my customer rating is 10 out of 10. My lifetime deliveries are 3477. So yeah, the only place I am lacking is my AR right now, and I'm at 67% and still qualify for platinum, which in the old system I would have been bumped down to like at least gold, maybe worse. I don't know. It seems like you had to have an AR of 70 to be platinum and maybe 50 to be gold. Don't quote me on that, but that sounds about right. But here I am driving around. It says there is a 2 to 5 minute wait, and I haven't got any offers yet on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So what I don't know is how saturated is it? How many drivers are out here? How many people are not dashing right now? Because I don't know, maybe kids are at home. I would think that there'd be more people buying food via DoorDash because their kids are at home. But maybe they're all at home and they want to cook dinner, or they have kids home from college and they're going to be, I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm going to run into the parking lot here where there's 5 restaurants and sit here for a couple of minutes and just see if I get any offers at Wingstop, Sumo, Casa Mexicana, Marco's, Whole Hog Cafe, and they put a new place in here called, I can't see it, hold on, it's called Enjoy Shawarma. So it's a new shawarma place that I do like those. Basically, it's just a Mediterranean burrito. But yes, they are delicious. It's almost like some Greek, I don't know. But it's Middle Eastern, let's say that. All right. So I don't know what else. Basically what I do every on normal weeks when it's not holidays is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You're saying, why are you working on Tuesday? Well, guess what? I didn't work Friday. I didn't work Monday. So I'm behind the game. So I try to get $20 an hour is my goal. And 18 hours a week comes up to be $360. Okay? Last week, I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I think. And ended up, I worked 4 nights, but it was slow last week, and I only ended up with $339 and worked 4 nights. Now, 2 of the nights were short, so I'll give you that. So it was like working 3 6-hour shifts. But yeah, it was kind of slow. Last week, it's obviously slow today, and I don't know, I'm feeling a little weird about this, so I think I'm going to, oh, no, I just got a $4 offer for a 1.5 miles, or 1.9 miles. So it's going from here, and it looks like it's going to a restaurant or some kind of place. Oh well. I'm going to accept it even though it's $4. May that be my lowest order of the night. I do like, sometimes there's an opportunity to get extra tips on pizza, but it looks like it's delivering to a business, and that business is probably got a teenager working in there that says, hey, I want a pizza from Larry's, but I gotta work, so I'll just have it delivered. So I want to be nice and go deliver it to them. So I'm on my way to Larry's. It's right down here across the street. We'll catch you right after we pick it up. See ya. Alright guys, so we have this pizza picked up. I think it was about 1 minute late. And our GPS says that we'll be there at 4:35, and it says to have it delivered by 4:38. So we got about a 3-minute window here to try to get it down the street. It's only 4 minutes away, so hopefully we won't have any problems. Alright guys, I'm gonna hit pause and get this delivered. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so 24 minutes in, we're at $4. Woohoo! But that kid in there was glad to have some pizza, so we did our civic duty today. Now we need to make some money. All right, I'm gonna hit continue dashing, and then I'm gonna head out of this parking lot somehow. It seems to be quite crowded. I think I will go through this back alley to the other end. I really don't know where I want to go. I don't know. I may go down to Alcoa and make the circle around. Just, yeah, this traffic is crazy this time of day, so I don't want to go out down there, so I will sneak out the back. All right, guys, I'm gonna hit pause. We'll catch you after we get our next order. See you in a bit. All right, guys, so we got one offer for Chili's for $4.25, but I was going the other direction. I would have had to figure out a way to make a U-turn, and it wasn't going to be pretty. $4.25 and to the apartments on the other side of Chili's. Turned it down. Then I started going back towards Bryant. Got another order for Nukes for $6 plus. It's only 1.8 miles. So I accepted that one because I was just about to pass the last turn into the Kroger parking lot, which Nukes is in the Kroger parking lot. So made that turn. Now I'm trying to weave through traffic to get around there. So all right, I'm gonna run into Nukes and we'll see you on the other side. All right, guys, we have picked up this Nukes order. Don't have a clue if it was on time or not, so that's the way I roll evidently. So let's see. Okay, let's see where we get to go. So this is going up inside Hurricane Lakes Estates. I am going to cut through the parking lot back to the back street over here and head that way. So I am going to eat some of my dinner and then not make you watch me eat food. I know I've done that in the early days, so I'm trying not to do that. So I'm gonna hit pause and I'll let you know the little the dollar amount and stuff after we drop it off. So see you in a bit. All right, guys, so we got us a $6 order that turned to $7, and we're at 43 minutes in. It was $2 with a $5 tip. Excuse me. We're at $11 after 43 minutes, so we need to get some more. We need to get some orders coming. So, but that's where we're at. $11 after 40 some odd minutes, and yeah, I'm gonna finish eating my dinner. So hang in there. I'll let you know when we get our next order. All right, guys, so we get a US pizza for $9, 3.4 miles. We will accept that one, and we're gonna run to grab it. It's gonna take us about 3 minutes or so to get there, so we'll be right back. All right, guys, that took a little longer than expected. I think it was supposed to be picked up at 5:11 and it's 5:19. Now the directions and DoorDash did send me the message, said got your back. Ring the doorbell and leave it on the porch. Thank you. So directions, it says delivered by 5:30 and ETA 5:27. So we got 3 minutes to get it there. 3 minutes grace period anyway. All right, guys, we're gonna head down the road. It says 8 minutes for delivery, and it is go into Bryant, cross over the freeway, and then I don't know, over off this south side of the freeway. So we'll get there in a couple minutes. So all right, I'm gonna hit pause. We'll check in after we drop this off. See you in a sec. All right, guys, so we got that one delivered. It was $9, so that puts us at $20 for the night in an hour and 17 minutes. So it was $2.75 with a $6.25 tip. I'm gonna hit continue dashing, figure out how to make a U-turn. I think I can do it right here. in the driveway. I don't know where their mailbox is. It would probably help if I put it in reverse instead of trying to do it in neutral. Alright, and it's dark out here already. So 5:29 and it's dark. This portion of tonight's episode of Dashing in the Dark, or the Rambling Dasher, is brought to you by the Dashing in the Dark light. You can find this light on our channel at the Rambling Dasher Amazon store, and the link is down below. So here is a crazy, all over the place kind of order. 8.7 miles, $16 from Wendy's and US Pizza. I will accept for two $8 orders, or whatever they end up being. One thing I will tell you is like, awesome. Neighbor's like, thanks, we got everything. I'm gonna say awesome. I will say that doing the door dashing as a platinum in the since the DoorDash changed their rules around in our area, that I get so many more double stacked offers. So it's interesting. And I hear of people online, like in Facebook groups or things like that, that get multiple, like more than 2 offers, and I'm like, I don't know that I've ever had more than 2. Now, since getting this new conversion over to the overall Dasher rating, I do get a lot that are double stacked though. So typically they're good. Sometimes, like the other day, I got a $9 one or an $8 one with 2 orders, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's 2 $4 orders. So I'm just like, no, not gonna happen. All right, so first stop, Wendy's. And Wendy's. I was thinking of Burger King, but Wendy's is up here on the right. Then I gotta go across. I think it said back to US Pizza, but it might have said Larry's. I can't remember, so we'll wait and see. But I'm gonna run into I'm gonna run into Wendy's, and then we'll be right back. See you in a sec. All right, guys. So we have that food loaded. It was late as usual at Wendy's. Now we are going to US Pizza, and it says pick up the food by 5:56, but the directions put us there at 5:48. So maybe we'll get in and out of there on time. But I did get a got your back from DoorDash on the late pickup at Wendy's, which is nice of them, because I cannot control when the food is ready. And here's what I seriously believe. They track everything, and they have, if we have the phone turned on, they have GPS and know exactly where we are in relationship to being at the restaurant, because they give us, I don't know, they just know, right? And they can tell if we're sitting at the restaurant waiting on the food by seeing our GPS, whereas if we're somewhere else, like at a gas station or at a house or something like that, then they know that you're not, right? You're not doing the right thing. So anyway, that's my thought on that. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna run over to US Pizza, grab this pizza, and we will check in with you after we get that loaded and start headed out for deliveries. Sit tight, see where we end up tonight. All right, guys, hold on, there we go, dashing in the dark. Hey, we have picked up both orders and headed to our first delivery. It says it's 8 minutes away, and it looks like it's going to the freeway and towards Where is this thing going? Wow. You would like to think we could get there a different way, but it doesn't look like it. Okay. So we got to go all the way down the... Oh, it's because it's in those apartments. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. All right, so we're going to take this first order, go get it delivered to these apartments over behind wherever it is. Behind the Buick dealership and Target. So yes, that's where we're going. And then I don't know where we're going after that, but we're gonna go to get some pizza delivered. So we will be back shortly. Sit tight. All right, guys, we handed that first order off, and now we've got the second order being delivered. It says 6:19. I've already sent them a message, leave it at the door. Directions say 6:14. So we got a little grace period. And it says it takes 10 minutes to get there. So, boom, boom. Yeah. Okay, 10 minutes. Where are we going? We are going... I don't know where this is taking me. Looks like, what in the... Oh, behind the Target, across the freeway, down the freeway. Okay, back in where Long Hills is. All right, so it looks like, yes, we are dashing in the dark again. We have a little bit of light. All right, so it is a little bit after. I do want to tell y'all a little bit of what happened over the weekend, which we didn't do much, but so my son had a robotics competition in Conway on Saturday, so I had to get him up. He got me up, basically. He's better at getting up in the morning than I am. Both my kids were always better than I was, so obviously they get something from their mom, and that is one of the things that they get from her, because she's an early riser and I never have been an early riser kind of person. So anyway, so I took him in and then went back to bed. No, actually I didn't even go back to bed. I mean, I went and did some work on the YouTube channel, I do believe. I did something. I don't know what I did, but I think I exported some videos and things like that. So anyway, I got some work done, then finally started getting up. So another thing is we went and had dinner, or not dinner, but lunch with so there's one of my daughter's best friends lived with us a little while right after high school through the first couple of years of college. She would come back in the holidays and stay. She would come back in the summertime and stay and work at Target or somewhere, wherever. I don't know where else. She mainly worked at Target from what I remember after she moved in with us. But yeah, so, and we got her not hooked up. She just like I try to make my kids do all the stuff, because I want them to be able to be an adult whenever they do grow up, and not have to say, hey, I don't know how to do this, can you go do it? So she got enrolled into UCA and got scholarships and got everything taken care of, got financial aid and all that fun stuff, found housing. So we took her up there, dropped her off, and so yeah. And so we keep in touch. So we went and had lunch with her and her boyfriend, and it's crazy that next May she will be graduating, which is crazy for me to think that it's been that long, but it has. So yeah, cray. So I do want to mention this. So on my Tip Top Chew page, so if you guys want to check that out on Facebook, it's called Tip Top Chew. We went to this place called the Patio Cafe in Conway. And yeah, it was really nice. It reminded me of the Root Cafe in Little Rock. And it was really, really good. So I don't know if, I mean, the Root Cafe in Little Rock boasts farm to table everything. I don't know if this place did or not, but the food was good. So whatever farm they got their stuff from, regardless of, you know, whatever, it tasted good. And we enjoyed ourselves. Sorry, now I got this 18-wheeler that wants to get in this lane, and I didn't know it until I was already up in here because I turned from another street right into where he was going. So, I'm sure he wants to cross over the freeway and make a loop around just like I do. But yeah, so check out that Tip Top Chew post for it would have been on, what is today? Today is November 25th, so it would have been 24, 23, November 22nd or the 23rd when I posted it either on Saturday or Sunday. But check that out. If you're in Conway, Arkansas, you check that place out. It's really good. And then check out my post and make sure you hit the like on that one. So, anyway, yeah, really good. And then we went to the robotics thing, and so much nicer facility at UCA than it was at the high school in Judsonia. So I'm just going to let him in, seeing how I cut him off earlier. Much nicer facilities at UCA. So, I mean, to be expected. And then, so we stayed there, I don't know, maybe an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. But they made it farther into the tournament this time. So the last time, I think they made it into round number 1, and then they lost in the first round. And this time, and it's weird how they do this. So they do this, they do this competition, right? Whatever that competition is. And each team is always paired with another team to compete against 2 other teams, right? But each team earns points throughout the day, and your points place you in order throughout the day. And if you're in maybe the top 16, I think that you can get in this end of the day tournament kind of thing, right? But the weird part about it is they line you up in order. I'm just going to say, because I don't know this for 100% certainty, but because I didn't count them, but they line all the teams up in order of their ranking throughout the day. And the first team gets to pick their teammate to battle all the other teams in the tournament. So the first team gets to pick the next team. And here's the crazy part. If the first team picks the second team, then the top 2 teams are paired together for that tournament. And I'm just like, that is crazy that the top 2 teams get paired together to try to beat all the other, you know, the next. So the second team can pick the 4th team, so they're the, you know, the second team, and so forth. Now, it was one other thing that was very weird is that if you say no, so let's say the first team chooses team number 2, and team number 2 says no, right? Well, then when they say no, they don't get another choice for that whole round, and they don't get to be on a team, right? So if they say no, they go down the whole list and no one can pick them because they said no to the first team. And then when they get through all the teams, then it works back around to that team number 2, and they get to choose from that point forward, but all the other best teams have already been taken. And I'm like, why would you choose no to the best team being on your team? it doesn't, that logic makes no sense to me whatsoever. I just can't comprehend how, let's do a tournament with the best team and the second best team get to be on a team together, right? Against the 15th and 16th team on a team together. Which, you know, it kind of makes sense from a traditional sports perspective, where the worst team gets pitted up against the best team in the first round of the playoffs. But I just can't, I don't know, it's kind of interesting in that regard that you get to choose your teammate, and you choose, you can choose the next best team. So I don't know. And then why would a team ever decline? I was mind-blowing to me, is why are they declining? Because when you decline, then you're kind of like left in la la land. I gotta find this. Oh, here it is, right here. I have never been to these houses on this particular street, because it's right on the main thoroughfare. All right, dude, I'm gonna hit pause. We'll be right back. All right, so we got that one handed over to the people. He's out working in the garage, and I didn't get to see all the stuff. Dude, I don't know about this one here. I think I'm going to decline this one, even though it's $7.50, because it's 10.7 miles. 10.7 miles, and it says it's just way out in the boonies. I'm going to decline it. Alright. Well, any which way, I think it said I'm at $34. And let's see, I'm roughly 2 hours in. Maybe a little bit more than 2 hours. So, I am going to figure out a way to turn around in these people's driveway. Well, maybe. They have a side driveway here. I don't know if I can turn around in here or not. I just don't want to pull out on this busy street, because it is not, it's on a steep incline, and it's right past this roundabout that has a lot of cars. I'm gonna go to the home screen and see if I can see if my ratings have changed at all. All right, don't run me over, people. All right, so okay, I made it through the roundabout. It's like, I think we're gonna make a new movie called Death by Roundabout. I really don't mind roundabouts, other than the centrifugal force when I'm in this car. I'm still sitting at 94%. My AR is at 68, and everything else is at 100%. So, I think I might have been up to 69%. I'm not sure, but anyway, well, maybe not. I think it seems like I was at 60. Let's say at 67 or 68 when I first started. I have to look back at the beginning of that video. But anyway, so we're gonna go out and try to do some more stuff. We did not do, I don't think we did anything on Sunday. We sat around and watched football maybe. And then Monday rained all day long, and it was just nasty. So yeah, it was just kind of blah. So I didn't get out and DoorDash. I should have got out a little bit, but I didn't. And yesterday I did not get my steps in. I think last night it cleared up around 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I went out and I got about 50-60 minutes in. So I might have got a little bit over half of my steps, but definitely not all of them. I don't even know where, oh, here. And today I'm already at 93.45, which is crazy. So I went out and walked about an hour during lunch, and then I went out one more time, and then I've been DoorDashing, getting steps. So yeah, yesterday I ended up with 54.57. So that was my first day that I hadn't got steps in. This is why I hate breaking streaks. Since October 20th or 30th. I can't see without my glasses, but it's somewhere around. So it's been over a month since I have broken that streak. So, and then before that, it was, I had probably my longest streak of all time. It was June 30th. So June 30th all the way to October 20th, and then October 20th to yesterday. So we just started a new streak. It's much harder to get them in the wintertime when the weather is really freaking cold or rainy, or if it doesn't snow that much or ice over that much in Arkansas. So it could be a warm winter, it could be a cold winter, we don't know. But it doesn't get that bad. Alright, so let's see. Okay, we're at $36 and in just over 2 hours. So yeah, that's only about 18 bucks an hour. We're down a little bit from where we should be. We just need to get some more orders and stay busy, and maybe DoorDash can help us out. Maybe they won't. It's one of those things. So, and I was gonna come out and do a little bit of a short night on a Tuesday, but the kid was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay at mom's house tonight. And I was like, all right. So I'm gonna go DoorDashing, and I think he's gonna come back over on Thursday, and we're gonna watch Stranger Things, the last season. Ah, dog. Alright, here's a double drop-off order with one pickup at Yum Yum, and it's $9.30. But the crazy thing is, 2 drop-offs, and it's only 3.3 miles. So I'm gonna go ahead and accept that, even though I don't like the dollar amount for 2 drop-offs. But it's only 1 pickup, 2 drop-offs, and 3 miles, so not a bad deal. And it's 1.1 miles to get to Yum Yum, so so not that bad. But we're gonna hit pause and go pick that up, and we'll see you after we pick it up. Okay guys, so the first delivery is downtown and a billiards place. So it's just right around the corner, not very far away. And I gotta make sure to go the right direction. This way, this road goes right to where it is. Alright, so we're gonna go knock that one out, and then we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we've just dropped off the one order, and we are going towards the other order, which is pain in the rear because I gotta drive around the block here because there's too many one-way streets, and I gotta go that way, but I gotta go this way to get to that way. So anyway, all right, so this is 1.4 miles, 5 minutes. So we're gonna go get this delivered, and we will let you know when we drop it off, see how much money we made. See you in a minute. All right guys, so the last one, and I'm sitting on an order right now for $4.25, but I'm going to decline it. The last one, she was like, you are the best driver ever. The communication is just awesome. So that was very nice, and she handed me a $10 bill. So That was freaking awesome. I appreciate that. I said, "Are you sure?" And then I gave her a hug and said, "Happy Thanksgiving." So that was nice. So I don't know. And because that other order popped up, I can't see how much money I made on that particular delivery. I think it was in the neighborhood of $9 and some change. But then I got a $10 on top of that, so I'm sitting at $45.30. So that puts me at $55.30 in about, I'm gonna say 2.5 hours. So that extra 10 bucks jumped us up quite a bit. So yes, very nice of her to do that. I am grateful for it. So I just turned down a Verona, which is one of my favorite places to pick up from, because usually it has good tips, but I could have had a decent cash tip, but it wasn't showing it on the front end. So I just went ahead and declined it, because here's the reality of taking DoorDash orders in the hopes that they do cash tips, is that 9 out of 10, or maybe 9.5 out of 10. So you got to go do 100 deliveries, and 5 of them will give you a cash tip. So if you do 100 $4 deliveries, and let's just say like that lady gave me a $10 tip, and you go do 100 $4 deliveries, so you made $400, and in tips you made $40 or 50. Let's say 5 of them gave you $50 or something. They're not going to give you, not all of them are going to give you a $10 tip, but let's just pretend that all 5 of them gave you a $10 tip. So when 5 of them gave you a $10 tip, you're sitting at $450 on 100 orders. Well, I normally do $360 in a week, and I might do 40 to 45 deliveries in a week, right? So the math doesn't work on the $4 orders when they don't tip you. And the reality is they don't tip you. If they all guaranteed a tip, then yes, it would. Even if it was a $2 tip, it would probably work out for the best. But they just don't tip. So you can't take that kind of chance on those orders, because they just ruin your night. And if you cancel it and you get a better order, not only did you waste your time with a $4 order with no tip, you missed out on other orders that are potentially a whole lot better, where you could double or triple your money. So that's my thought, and I apologize for dashing in the dark. So so I will tell you, for those that are football fans, I got a message on one of my videos this past weekend, and he was like, "Hey, my Texas Longhorns played your Razorbacks this weekend. So Ron, you know who you are. I appreciate you listening. But I'm just gonna give you the down horn symbol, right? I don't even know how to do it, but like this, right? Isn't that how you do it, Ron?" So anyway, hey, but yes, your horns beat my Razorbacks, and my response to him was like, "The Razorbacks have a football team? What?" I would say we don't have a football team. No, there's no team in Arkansas. So yes, Texas whipped us. I don't know. It was not a close game. We did put up like 32 or 37 points on your defense, but we don't have a defense at all. So y'all scored 52, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 52 to 37. I didn't get to watch it at all, so we were at at my kids' robotics thing, and I don't even think we made it home to see the end. Not that I remember anyway. So, but, you know, football season has been over for about 6 weeks now for the state of Arkansas. So we're moving on to basketball, where we may or may not have. It's like every year we're going to have a national championship team, and every year we're highly disappointed in every sport. So that's something in every sport since 1994. How about that? Except for track and field. So there is track and field. And then on Sunday, so I'm a Steelers fan, and I root for anybody that plays against the Cowboys, right? So sorry again, Ron, if you happen to be a Cowboys fan. I apologize, but I don't, right? But as much as it hates me, it was a trifecta of losses this weekend. We lost to Texas. The Steelers lost to freaking Chicago, right? And then Dallas comes back and beats Philly. 24 unanswered points. So, I don't know. What is the world coming to? I don't know. Oh, and that's why I didn't get to see the Dallas game, and not that I wanted to, but it would have been the only game on TV here, because every weekend is the Dallas Cowboys weekend in Arkansas because of Jerry Jones. But so yeah, we went to a wedding on Sunday, and that's kind of ruined our football for Sunday. So we came home from the wedding, piled up. The kid was there, and he was like, he didn't want to go to the wedding, so whatever. And so we piled up in the car and went to eat. I forget, where did we go eat on Sunday? I don't even remember where we ate on Sunday. Oh, we just went to Cracker Barrel. So we went to Cracker Barrel. I had the meatloaf because I like a good meatloaf, and Cracker Barrel has a good meatloaf. So meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and I had what did I have? Oh yeah, the hash brown casserole. So I was a little disappointed in the hash brown casserole because it had been sitting there under the heat lamp for quite a while, I do believe. And then I got pinto beans and cornbread as well, and that wasn't all that great either. So the cornbread was a little dry, pinto beans were a little dry. So yeah, but the meatloaf and mashed potatoes were spot on. And then I had leftovers of it on Monday. So how about that? I need to, I set some pork chops out to thaw today, but then here I am out dashing, so I'm not cooking those. I'll probably cook those during the day tomorrow. So my job, which is I work remote, but they were like, yeah, we're having a potluck today at the office. And I was like, well, eat a turkey leg for me, you know? And I'm driving around here since I left those people's house all the way through all of Benton, halfway through Alcoa exit now, and not a single thing. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. So I need to get some orders. I hate driving around with no offers. I don't even have anything I can decline. So I guess we're just going to drive back to Bryant, see if we can get some more pizza offers or some Wingstop or something. Oh, there's a $4 for Sonic. It's gonna be one of those big decline nights. So I took my first $4 order, but I'm not gonna take any more. So I think that's our 2, 3, 4. We've declined at least 4 orders so far. Here is a $7 Pizza Hut for 5.8 miles. So it's over $4 and it's less than 7 miles, so I will take it. It looks like it's the Pizza Hut in Bryant, so it gives me a little bit of time to get there. 5 minutes, so hopefully they can get it cooked in that amount of time and I don't have to pick it up late. So we're on a mission. We're gonna hit pause and we'll see you after we pick up this order. See ya. All right, so we just got a notification that I don't know for sure, but I'm only guessing that the other person at this Yum Yum sent me a $5 tip. So I can't tell when it's a double stack. It just said a delivery from Yum Yum sent you $5. But one of them gave me $10 cash, and she could have jumped on there and gave me another $5. I don't know. But I'm assuming it's the other person that gave me the other $5. So I sent them both a message to say thank you, and then I sent them a meme saying that they're freaking awesome. Whatever. I don't know what the meme says, but I need to do a video where I walk through my conversations with people. And then that way people can see. So part of it is it's the holidays, so I can greatly appreciate that, but also the fact that when you do good things, people will recognize you. So I got 2 orders and both of them gave me a tip on the same on a double stacked order. I got both of them gave me a tip after the fact, so that was freaking awesome. So it was a $9 combined order, but I got $24 out of it after tip. So that was really nice. All right, guys, we're at Pizza Hut. I'm gonna run in here. We'll see you in a sec. All right, guys, so I think we got that picked up early, and we got about a 9-minute grace period on the deliveries way up Spring Hill. All right, so we're going up Spring Hill. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we are almost 3 hours in, and I got 52 minutes already on this particular video. So I may just make this into 2 videos because I don't want them to be so freaking long. And I know I've already, since I kind of stopped doing Dashing in the Dark as a standalone, I've seen some longer, like 1.5 hour long videos. So I try to keep them short and sweet, but then I tend to ramble because that's what the channel's called. Why, people, why? Come on. And yeah, I'm already at 53:29 on this one video. What's up with that? I haven't talked that much, have I? But yeah, anyway, it's all right. The more videos, the better. It said no one, right? I don't know. So I don't know what I was gonna say. I probably wasn't gonna say anything important. But I think I'm just going to, I don't know what I want to do. I'm trying to debate on this. I really hate doing, I don't hate it, I hate the editing process. So and it's not that I hate the editing process, it's just the fact that I have to do it, and when I do more than one video, then I have to edit more than one video, right? So that's the downside to this whole thing, is all the steps that are, even though I feel like I've got the steps, as few steps as possible to take it from this video into the editor and put it out there, and then export it from there, then send it over to YouTube, and then I have to do a few more things like come up with a thumbnail. So I do cheap low rent thumbnails. If you guys have seen my thumbnails, it's the same image over and over and over. It says The Rambling Dasher, and then it has a cheesy title and the episode number, right? So not hard to do. I did figure out something more recently, so you'll notice that at the very beginning of the video, I used to have the thumbnail of the actual video embedded into the video, but I've gotten rid of that, and I have just put a little, I don't know what they call it. I think they call them stickers inside the software, the editing software. And it's just a little banner up there that shows the episode number, and it has some graphics associated with it, so that works out pretty well. I just have to remember to change the episode number. And then today, when I'm like getting ready to, I've uploaded the new video, and it looks, I wouldn't say it looks great by any means. But then I'm ready to go out there, and what I do is I cheat some and use ChatGPT to help me with finding an appropriate title for this particular video. Because the reality is, I do all this rambling. You think I can remember all this stuff that I say? So I run the transcripts through ChatGPT and say, hey, kind of summarize what I talked about. Give me a timestamp of all the things that we talked about, and give me a title, right? And then if I don't like that, I say more titles, please. And then I cherry pick which one I like that best fits what I think. But anyway, so I do cheat a little bit in that regard. I tried doing it. I tried to get ChatGPT to create me a thumbnail, and it just has a random picture of some dude that I was like, no, I'm not going to use that. It was an okay thumbnail, but, and then I said, incorporate this Rambling Dasher logo into the thumbnail, and all they did was put the logo over the top of the same dude. So I thought that was kind of like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? So needless to say, I didn't get to cheat on using a new thumbnail. So I'm going to still do the thumbnails the same way I have until I come up with a different way. I don't know. I don't have the time. I mean, some people go out there and build these thumbnails with their own face, and they've gone through and taken like 100 pictures of themselves and make cheesy face, you know, like, hey, I'm rolling my eyes, hey, I'm smiling, hey, what is this crap, you know, or whatever the different pictures they take of themselves, and then they make up some whatever the title of their video is going to be that people will click, and then they will choose the photo that best represents that clickable title that they think someone is going to click on, and then that will be their thumbnail. Why is this thing taking me? Why, people? Okay. Alright, I'm going to go find this house, get delivered. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so we got that one handed to the customer. That was $7, and it was $3 with a $4 tip. And we are sitting at 3 hours at $57.30, but we also have 15, well no, that $5 was in here, the $10 was outside of here, so we're sitting at 67.30. So over our $20 per hour for 3 hours, so nice. Now we just got to go get some more orders. And there's one for Larry's Pizza. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. It's $5, $5.25 for 5.4 miles. So we're going back into town, so I might as well grab this one. So yeah, the next step on that uploading of the, I wish I knew how to get out of this place. Not this one, but the next one, it looks like. So once I get the title and the summary, then I can add that stuff into the title and the summary section of the YouTube video, and then I can schedule it to be a public video. So I can, sometimes it depends on what time of day it is, I'll schedule them out. If I got a lot of them scheduled, if I don't have any scheduled and it's it has been a day since the last one or multiple days, I'll just if it's the afternoon or early evening, I'll just set it to public right then and there. Otherwise I'll schedule it for the next day, and then when I get a lot of them built up. But you can see it takes a lot to go in there and do all that stuff, that I will go in and schedule them days in advance. See, it's fun. It's fun. I think it just ended the first video and it's starting another video. So it's still keeping the timer going though, which is kind of interesting. So some reason or another on this phone, my videos end at about 1 hour, 1 minute, and X number of seconds, like 50 seconds or so. And then it'll just be another video. So you'll have two videos with the times, with the date stamp, but different time stamps. So you want to get them in order when you're taking them off of your phone, loaded them onto your desktop, then importing them into the I use CapCut because it's free. I was using Adobe, which was costing me $20 a month on a student account, but then that was only good for 1 year and it went up to $40 a month, and I'm like, I am not paying $40 a month for this, and I can do everything I want, and I think it's easier on CapCut than it was Adobe Premiere Pro, and the fact that it saves me 40 bucks a month. So anyway, that's a lot of freaking money. That was way too much money. Man, it's only 7:16. I don't know that I'm gonna go to full distance tonight, because I wasn't planning on being out past 7. I might go a little bit farther, but not much. So I'll probably just keep this same video and maybe go till 8 or 9 o'clock. It's 7:16 right now. So I'm gonna hit pause in the efforts to keep this video on the down low a little bit. We're gonna go pick up this pizza from Larry's. We'll check back in shortly. All right, guys, we have picked up this little tiny pizza. It's like a personal size pizza, evidently. I'm like, that's not gonna fill up anybody, but whatever. We have to deliver it by 7:35, and our GPS says 7:29. So looks like we're going, where are we going? Where are we going? Is this across the freeway? Oh yeah, this is back towards Benton, down the roundabouts. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, so I'm gonna take the freeway access road, go to Alcoa, cross over, head up that way, and we will catch up with you guys when we get there. See you in a sec. Alright guys, so we got that one delivered. It's sitting at 3 hours and 19 minutes. That was $5.25. It was $3.25 with a $2 tip. And let's see. I don't know what my watch is buzzing me. I'm getting close to hitting my 10,000 steps already. 325, $2 tip. We're sitting at $62.55. And that is after 3 hours and 19 minutes. But I got a $10 cash tip, so $72.55. After 3, but this says 320, so 3 1/3. So trying to stay above that $20 mark. So these $5 orders aren't going to cut it, so we got to try to get some better orders. And I know I don't really have any say-so in what gets offered to me, but I do have say-so in what I accept. So trying to draw the line between accepting and not getting my acceptance rate way too low versus getting, man, I hate going back through those roundabouts, but I think I am. And so declining orders to try to get better offers, right? And then the other thing is declining orders and it going down in your AR. But here is one thing I do know that I could do, because I have 3 whatever you call them, I have my 3 platinum passes. So if I decline so many orders that my AR drops below the level to keep me at platinum, then I can always use the platinum pass to get more offers, to get my platinum back up there. And just know that, I mean, you stay platinum for 28 days, you're going to get another platinum pass. So, but I don't know what it takes. If I'm at 100% on all my other criteria, let's say, what does it take to drop it down? I'm sure it'll tell me, but maybe not exactly. Let's check out my ratings and see if they're still sitting at 94. Everything is at a 4.0. Or I don't know what I'm talking about. Everything else is at a 100%. So yeah, I don't know. So sitting at 67 on my AR, which is 24 out of 30. I don't have any cheats to get your AR to go up. I wish they had some exclusions on that AR like they do on the like on the on time. That would be freaking awesome, right? I think they should only give you those exclusions if you are platinum. That's a thought for DoorDash. Y'all should look into that. Well, you know, it's not a normal night when you drop off an order and you don't get immediate other orders. Now, a couple of orders I've done that tonight where I was like, hey, I didn't even get back to the car before I get the next order. So I like that unless they're just crap orders, right? So we're gonna keep plugging away here, see what kind of offers we could get. I mean, here's the thing is I don't mind going and working till 10 on tonight because I know I missed last night. And if I did that, then I don't know. I really want to make sure I get 300, 360 for this week, which is going to be hard because it's Thanksgiving, and I'm not working on Friday. I know that. So we have plans on Friday. We're going on like a I don't know I can't think of the right word now. It's kind of like a pilgrimage to a place in southern Arkansas that is supposed to have some really good steaks. Now, whether they do or they don't, I don't know. But we're going to go to this place in Dumas called Taylor's. And they are supposed to have like dry aged steak that is supposed to be tender, really good, some of the best in the state. I did get on and look at the prices of that stuff, and they are a wee bit on the pricey side, so I think that we're not going to get out of there for less than a couple $100. But you know what? We deserve it. And it's just been a place that's been on my list for a long time, and really been wanting to go there. So yeah, we're gonna do it and not look back, and get some pictures for Tip Top Chew and enjoy ourselves, and and then hopefully have enough money to pay for it from DoorDashing. So anyway, all right guys, so we're not getting any orders. I'll let you know when we get another one. Hang tight. All right guys, so we just got us a $6 plus delivery to US Pizza, and it was only like 2 miles, and we are 1.6 miles away from there, so we'll see what happens. So hang tight, we'll let you know the deets. All right guys, so that one was a little bit of a I don't know, it was a mistake because I messed up, and I kind of lost one of the bags. I didn't lose it, but I lost the handle on it, and it definitely squished the ranch dressing container that was sitting on top, and it's a sealed up bag. And all right, I got to deal with some stuff here. I'll finish that story in a second when we get it. All right, sorry about that. They let's see, hold on one second. I hate doing this, but sorry. So US Pizza gave me a cookie. That was nice of them. So that order was a $6 plus order, but it was just like half a mile down the street, and then I jacked it up by messing up the ranch dressing, and it was in a sealed up bag. So I sent her a message saying, hey, I squished the ranch dressing and the lid popped off. It's going to be messy. I put the lid back on without opening the bag, and let me know if I need to go get you another one. So fingers crossed I don't get any kind of negative responses from that one. But I could. um, and it was $6, and it ended up being $6.10, which is the lowest plus upgrade I've ever seen. I've seen 6 to like 6 or 25 cents on a plus sign. Never had 10 cents on a plus sign, but whatever. So we're at $68.65 plus 10 in almost 4 hours. So $78 in 4 hours. So below the $20 mark now. So that's kind of where we're at. All right, I'm gonna go see what else I can find here, but I feel like it's getting slow, so we'll see. I'm gonna tool around for a little bit, and we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna hit pause, and we'll be back as soon as we get an order, or we just end the dash. So sit tight, see what happens. All right, guys, so we just ended the dash because I don't know. If I can drive all the way through Bryant, not get a single order, something is too slow. And that either means that other dashers are getting better orders, or there's just no orders to be found. I don't know what the deal is. It's only 8 o'clock, but usually between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock, I find it to be the slowest. And I've already felt the slowness. So yeah, so anyway, we just ended it. So we hit 4 hours and 2 minutes, and we had with cash, I'm just looking at the outside looking in, we had 8 out of 12 offers, so I only declined 4. Let's jump over here. Let's look at the ratings first. Let me hit the light real quick. I apologize. We're gonna look at our ratings, and we are going to overall dasher rating. So we're still at 94%, acceptance 67, so it's dropped 1 since the last time we looked, I think, or maybe it was at 60. I don't know what it was, but anyway, we're at 67. Okay, sorry, I just got another message. So I'm at 100% on all the other algorithm or other criteria, right? So still it's set at 94 on my ratings. No changes whatsoever tonight. We accepted some, we declined some. We ended up with the same rating that we were. All of our orders crazily on time. Our earnings for today, Tuesday, November 25th. So November 25th, we did a massive, hold on, let me get there. There we go. 8 deliveries, $68.65 plus one $10 tip. So in that regard, we had an excellent night. Because we had only $24.50 in dash pay, $44.15 in tips in the system, so that's almost double right there. And then we add on a $10 cash tip for $54.15, so more than double. So a 2-to-1 in tips to DoorDash ratio. Now with only 8 offers and a $24 DoorDash pay, that's only $3 per order per offer, and that includes 2 double stacked ones because I got 10 deliveries. So yeah, only $2.45 per delivery, which is just absolute garbage. So it is what it is. It's hard not to have better tips. I mean, I could have got worse tips, right? Obviously. But people did tip well for the for what I got anyway, right? So I did have a couple of decent orders. They were double stacked, I do believe. Let's see, we got a $4, $7, $9, and I think was it? No. $16, a $14, a $7, $5.25, and a $6.10. And I think both, oh yeah, the $14.30. Oh yeah, that $14.30 was a $9.30 one. But then one of the people gave me a $5 tip. So when I go in there and look at that, it says, I can't expand it. So the base pay was a whopping $3, and the tip, oh, there it goes. The tip, $3 on one, $8.30 on the other. The $8.30 was including the $5 tip that they gave at the end. The other one, they gave $3 and they added $10 in cash. So that was nice of them. Anyway, it is what it is. We did 4 hours and 2 minutes with 3 hours and 2 minutes of active, and I didn't have any long deliveries. They were all relatively short, so I wasn't, the only driving around I did tonight waiting on orders was in range to get orders. So that's the frustrating part in that. So I don't know if it's the holidays or if it's just way oversaturated. I just don't know. But anyway, we are where we are. It's 8:18. I called it a night, and we are going to we'll try it again tomorrow and see what happens. I may do another short night. We may not. We may be lucky to get $100 in 2 nights this week. I think I'm going to try it again on Saturday to some extent, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, we're going to call it a night. I'm not sure when this video will come out, but if it happens to be on Thanksgiving, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. If it's a day or two after, I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Thanks to all those that follow with us. I hope you hit the like and subscribe, and we will see you on our next dash.